Welcome to my channel. In this class, we are going to see about the working of a Wheatstone bridge. See, what is a Wheatstone bridge and how does it work? When first we see this circuit, when any student approaches this circuit, the first question arises for most of the students is, there are four resistors. Which set is parallel and which set is series? That is the main question that is arising among the students. See here. This E is the potential difference. R1, R2, R3 and R4. Here, the potential difference E is across these two nodes. So, the voltage, the E will be across R1 and R2 and E will be separately across R3 and R4. Which means R1 and R2 are in series, R3 and R4 are in series. So, this is the main approach you have to carry while approaching a Wheatstone bridge. Again I repeat, R1 and R2 are in series and R3 and R4 are in series because the voltage E is distributed parallelly across R1, R2 and R3, R4. Now let us break the Wheatstone bridge into individual components. See here, this E is across R1 and R2 as I said before. So this is E, R1, R2. Again, E, R3, R4. So, if you can see this as a potential divider circuit, we can find the individual drop across R1, R2 with using this E, and similarly individual drop across R3 and R4 using this potential E. Now what is the objective of Wheatstone bridge? The objective is to balance the Wheatstone bridge. What is meant by balance? Here you can see a voltmeter connected at the middle. The connection of voltmeter means finding the voltage drop across R2 here, measuring here, and voltage drop across R4 and measuring here. The individual voltage drop, which means V equal to VA minus VB, which means VA is the voltage drop across R2 and VB is the voltage drop across R4. When we find the potential difference between VA and VB, it should be 0. So that in that case only we can say this Wheatstone bridge is balanced. So we will see how we will derive the relation of a Wheatstone bridge. So this is a simplified diagram of the circuit, that E will be flowing here, this R1, R2, R3 and R4. Now this circuit here is simplified as this circuit, same, no difference. E is the potential drop, E is the supply voltage and it is grounded. Now to derive this, what we should do? What is VA? VA, as I already said, is the voltage drop across R2. So E into R2 by R1 plus R2. Then VB is given by E into R4 by R3 plus R4. So these are the individual relations between for VA and VB. So in the balanced condition, as I said earlier, VA minus VB equal to 0, which makes VA equal to VB. Now substituting the relations, E into R2 by R1 plus R2 E into R4 by R3 plus R4. Now cancelling E, we get R2 by R1 plus R2, R4 by R3 plus R. Now again cross multiplying, R2 R3 plus R2 R4 equal to R4 R1 plus R2 R4. Here cancelling out the common terms, R2 R3 equal to R4 R1. You get R4 by R2 equal to R3 by R1. Again I write that separately. You get R4 by R2 equal to R3 by R1. So this is the equation for a Wheatstone bridge, balanced condition, equation of a balanced condition of a Wheatstone bridge. For example, you want to make the Wheatstone bridge to be balanced, so that one of the resistor has to be changed so that the Wheatstone bridge become balanced. For example, R4. If you change R4 and want to make the Wheatstone bridge balanced, the relation becomes R4 equal to R3 into R2 by R1. So in the next lecture we will deal with an example problem, and then it will be clear that how a Wheatstone bridge will be in an unbalanced condition and in a balanced condition. Thank you.